in the name of God. One of the main reasons for the revolution in France was the severe financial crisis which the French government was facing. The Constituent Assembly decided to nationalize the church property to pay for the government's obvious payment. The Church of France was very rich, and the total wealth was estimated at 3 billion francs. About a quarter of France's fertile land belonged to the church. Each of the bishops, like the feudal aristocracy, owned large tracts of land. They behaved like feudal aristocrats in exploiting the farmers. Many aristocrats saw that their property is not divided by the heirs were trying to get their younger sons into the church to go through the ecclesiastical hierarchy to the episcopate or presidency. The church took 1/10 of the produce and livestock of the farmers every year, which was a tribe. Many people who refused to pay taxes to the government paid this tithe with the full satisfaction. Schools and universities were often owned by the church and the clergy to dominate the educational system. In early September 1792, Prussian troops led by Duke Brunswick crossed the border and captured two important castles, Langway and Woerden. General Dumouriez, who was the commander of the northern forces with troops that often did not have the right training and in terms of clothing and food were in need to deal with that well-equipped army. The French delayed them so much until the relief forces were led by General Clermont. They were able to stop the Prussian army from advancing towards Paris. The French resistance against the well equipped Prussian army ignited a fire of enthusiasm in the young Republican army. The Prussians were also astonished at the resistance of the French. The Prussians thought they were on the side of some tailors, shoemakers, and patients who do not know anything about war. At the beginning of the war, Duke Brunswick had said, "Go finish this ridiculous game. The division of liars will soon disappear." But that army did not fail. Every group of patients volunteered to support the French army. In addition, a large number of Prussian troops contracted diarrhea, and according to Goethe, the Prussian army had become mobile hospital. Some have said that the cause of diarrhea was eating champagne grapes. Eventually, the Prussians, who considered victory impossible, left France. During the retreat, Goethe, the great German poet, was on behalf of Duke Saxe Weimar in the Prussian army said so. From today, And from this place, a new era in human history begins, and you can proud of your presence in this place and the historical moment. When one sees these things, one remembers our dear country. We miss the people of Khorramshahr who went to war with Saddam's armed forces empty handed. The people to defend their revolutionary homeland, which had 1,000 hopes and aspirations behind it, were not afraid of Saddam's tanks and cannons. Revolutions revive hope among the masses. A successful revolution can take a nation forward for decades, provided that the energy of the masses is directed in the right way. If a large number of great humans in a certain historical context are on the path to a successful revolution, that nation can taste good. Otherwise, these few revolutionary educated people will be victims of middle aged people, and the result will be nothing but panic and despair for the nation.